Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to talk about the topic biosurfactants. So what are biosurfactants? Biosurfactants are surface active amphipathic compounds. Amphipathic means that they have a hydrophilic as well as a hydrophobic group. So these biosurfactants can reduce surface tension of any liquid, and they can also reduce interfacial tension between two liquids. Hence, they can be used to form emulsions between two immiscible liquids. Biosurfactants are synthesized by a variety of microbes. Many bacteria and fungi are known to form biosurfactants. There are many plants which are also good sources of biosurfactants. Biosurfactants exist as individual molecule, or as their concentration increases, they tend to form aggregates, and these aggregates are called as micelles. Biosurfactants are divided into 6 major groups based on their biochemical nature: glycolipids, lipopolysaccharides, lipoproteins or peptides, phospholipids, hydroxylated and cross-linked fatty acids. So basically any biosurfactant has a hydrophobic lipid moiety in it, and then there is a hydrophilic moiety which can be a sugar, it could be amino acid, or it could be a protein. Some features of biosurfactants: they are low toxic, means they cannot harm or generally are not found to harm any biological system. In nature, their biodegradability is very high, so many bacteria, fungi can easily degrade them. They have a ecological acceptability, means if you want to use them in any environmental application, they are also a part of green technology. They are quite stable under harsh conditions of pH or temperature. So they are applicable in a wide range of conditions. Hence they show a lot of applications. Some of the applications are listed here. Bioremediation and dispersion of oil spills. So we all know that in the oceans every year there are lots of oil spills. So biosurfactants can be used to remediate these oil spills. Then oil recovery in pharmaceutical industry, in food industry, and in agriculture industry. Some of the properties of biosurfactant we are going to see now. So this is a property called as emulsifying activity. In this image you can see in every test tube there are two liquids. One is a water and the other is petrol. Out of all the test tubes, the central one is the control tube which does not have biosurfactant. Hence water and petrol remain as two different layers. Whereas in other test tubes we can see that there is an emulsification because of the presence of biosurfactant. Another activity of biosurfactant can be detected by the oil spread method, where you can see here in the plate there is a water, and on the water there is a drop of oil, and you can see this clear zone where the biosurfactant 10 microliters were added, and you can see that it has easily displaced the oil layer. As I was earlier telling you that biosurfactants form aggregates. So in this graph what we can see is the surface tension is depicted on the y-axis and biosurfactant concentration is seen on the x-axis. As the concentration of biosurfactant increases, the surface tension of water is decreasing up to a certain point. Above this concentration, there is no change in the surface tension. The reason for this being that the biosurfactant from this concentration onwards exists as micelles and not individual particles or individual molecules. Let us see how the micelle formation takes place. So here we can see these are the individual biosurfactant molecules above particular concentration. They all come together and form these micellar structures. As you can see, these micellar structures are aligned with their hydrophobic ends in the core and hydrophilic heads on the outer side. In the micellar structure, the biosurfactant works best. So this is all in today's lecture. We'll talk more in the next lecture. Thank you.